Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to cover the topic of contractions. Contractions. What are contractions in English grammar? Contractions mean the shortened form of two words. So when these two words are joined together and written as a one, they are called contractions. In most of the contractions, the first word is written as it is, and we take away one or more alphabets from the second word. Now, in place of these alphabets that we take away, we put a punctuation mark which is called an apostrophe. And this is how an apostrophe looks like. So now let's take the examples of some contractions and understand how we read them, how we write them, and how does a contractions work. So when I take up this example, which is most commonly used contraction, it is it's. It's is a contraction for it is or it has. That means in place of it is, I can use its. In place of it has, I can again use its. Now, if you notice, in it is, I have taken away I, and it is remaining as it is. I have taken away I, put an apostrophe in place of I, and again put my S as it is. So I take away I and I put an apostrophe. There is no gap in this word. This is all together, just that it has an apostrophe on top of it. So this is read as it's, not it is. This is it is. Now again, in place of it has, if you see, we have taken away two alphabets, H and A. And now in place of these alphabets, we have put an apostrophe after it. So this it has become its. Now let's use them in sentences and understand. It is going to rain today. It's going to rain today. It has been so long that I have seen you. It's been so long that I have seen you. So you can easily make out when I say it's, whether it is used for it is or it has. Now let's move on to the next contraction. This is pronounced as I'll, which is used for I will. So when I say I will see you tomorrow, I can also say it as I'll see you tomorrow. In place of I and will, I use just one word, which is I'll. What did I do here? I removed W and I. So in place of this W and I put an apostrophe and keep my L and L over here. So I'll is a shortened form of I will. Next one is I am. So this is the shortened form of I am, and this is read as am. I am. I take away A, put an apostrophe in place of A, and write it as aim. Next one is a your, not to be confused with your. This your is the possessive pronoun. That means we use it in place of when something belongs to you. Your house, your toy. It is not same as your. This is a shortened form for you are. You are going to come tomorrow. You're going to come tomorrow. Your. So this is your and this is also your, but both are different. This is a contracted form of You are. I take away A and put an apostrophe in place of A and write RE as it is. So we have its, I'll, am, your. We have many more contractions. Now we will cover some negative contractions and understand what are those. The negative contractions are the ones where we see that one of the words is a not. Say for example, cannot, do not, is not. So these are called negative contractions, and let's see how does it work. Now we saw the contracted form of words in the beginning. Let's see how two words are made when we have not. So I write can as it is. And take away N and O from my not. So I take away this. When I take away, and I'm going to put an apostrophe. I'm going to put an apostrophe and then write T, not to forget the T. So this is can't. Cannot turns into can't. Next one is do not. Do not. Now let's see how we write this. We write our do as it is. So do. And then from not we take away O. So we write the N, replace our O with an apostrophe, and then T. And then how do we read it? This is a don't. This is can't. And this is a don't. Is not. How do we contract it? We do it the same way as this. Remove the O. We write IS, then together with N, and replace our O with an apostrophe, and then write T. And how do we say it? This is isn't. Isn't. This isn't a good day. That means this is not a good day. So instead of is not, I'm using isn't. And we have many more contractions with negative contractions like shouldn't, couldn't. And let's move on to tricky contractions. Now we have two tricky contractions where the alphabets in the first words are not there. They're not present in the second word too. But somehow in the contracted word, new alphabets appear magically. Let's see. Now that we have done negative contractions, and we have seen that we usually remove the O and turn into ant sound. So this should ideally be willn't, but is it? No. Will plus not turns into won't. I will not eat my food. I won't eat my food. They are the same. So there is no I, there is no L, and another L in won't. Somehow magically an O appears here. And in not, we remove the O and we put an apostrophe over here. This is one contraction that you will have to remember. but there's another one. Can you guess what am not turns into? It's pretty hard. It turns into ain't. Now you see, from the first word, M just vanished. There is no M. And magically I appears. And this is AI, and then from not we take away the O and put an apostrophe in place of O. So now am not turns into ain't. I am not feeling too good today. I ain't feeling too good today. Both are the same. In place of am not, we have used ain't. So now, can we take away any two words and shorten them up? The answer is no, we cannot. There are more than 90 predefined contractions in English grammar. That means the contractions are defined already. We cannot make them. We can just know how to use them. We should know how to read them when we are reading in a sentence. And of course, we should know how to pronounce them. We have to make sure that we do not split them and pronounce. We pronounce them as the contracted form of the word. So this is a won't. We will not read it as a will not. Again, this is ain't. We will not split it and read it as am not. And that's all for today. I hope to see you soon in the next lesson. Bye for now.